This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
And I have to warn everyone, warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
But basically, if we hit 450 members, you will get to vote on the next project for DSP Reacts after I react to my own Down the Rabbit Hole. All right? So, this will be interesting. I think you guys are going to like this idea. And hopefully, this will motivate people to become members who are not members yet. Because right now, I have 410 members. But on a daily basis, I have over 1,000 people who watch my content streaming. And I have thousands of people who watch the on-demand videos. It makes sense that I should have more members. All right? I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
YouTube's automated algorithm for copyright, get this, thinks that my footage of the Lego Star Wars video game is actual video that I stole from the real Star Wars The Force Awakens movie. It thinks the Lego characters are the movie. That's incredibly stupid. That's not in any professional capacity, any kind of a valid way to enforce copyright. It's incredibly dumb, and by the way, it's illegal. You can't do that. You can't say, oh, DMCA claim. It's wrong. You broke the law. I didn't do that. Unreal.
Oh my god, he's drinking sperm?
Allow me to clarify something. Super thanks are not considered a donation, nor is it considered crowdfunding towards a goal. Allow me to elaborate on that. When you say the word donation, there's a lot of assumptions attached to that word. When people say donation, they assume, it's a non-for-profit, or that's a charitable contribution. It's not. When you contribute to a content creator like me, you're not donating, all right? What you're doing essentially is you're saying, hey, good job, here's some money, or some funding, or some support to keep going. You're funding a business. It's a transaction, essentially. However, you're not committing to getting anything back for it. You're basically saying, I already got the free content. Here's a way for me to support you to keep going. But it's not a donation. And the reason I say that is I hear all the time people say, oh, it's a donation. No, it's not. Legally, it's not. Any income that someone like me makes has to be claimed, has to be paid taxes on. And if you say donation, people try to find ways to get around shit. No, that's awful. That's really terrible. And what's really weird about it, even the third-party processors are guilty of calling income that content creators make donations. Stream Elements does it. It's like the default pop-up says donations. It's wrong. It's not a donation. Super thanks are not meant to be considered a crowdfunding tool to get to an end. Meaning there can't be a big goal at the end of a certain amount raised or anything like that. It's not supposed to be like that. Essentially, super thanks are a way for you, when you're watching an on-demand video, to say, I really like this video and I want to celebrate that this person put out a great piece of content and I want to support the channel, so let me support it by doing a super thanks on it. And that's it. It's only meant to be like a one-off kind of a deal. It's not supposed to be anything bigger than that, and no, it's not a donation. You might be wondering why I'm bringing this up this morning. Well, as always, whenever anything nice happens to me, there's a group of mentally challenged people out there, and I really say it factually now. This is not me trying to insult anyone. When you are someone who literally stalks someone you don't know on the internet, and every waking moment that something good happens to them, you try to ruin it, you have mental issues and you need to seek professional help. It's just that simple. This is actually a black and white issue at this point.
What I always love is when someone comes on my stream and they're like, are you aware that someone putting out the toxic detractor content has more views than you? I'm like, I'm not aware of it because I don't pay attention to that content. But let's think about this very matter-of-factly. Someone is putting out a fun, positive, entertaining stream for a viewing audience that really appreciates it and likes it. Okay. Someone is actually ripping off that stream to do a toxic, disgusting, defamation stream. If that has more views than the original content, that just means that the human race has a lot more dumbfuck, shithead, toxic people than nice, positive people.
If you actually, immediately when I announced I have Super Thanks, the first thought in your head was, wow, let's get rid of Super Thanks for Phil, you have problems and you need to seek help, okay? And I'm saying it as cold and plain as I can, all right? It's fucked up. You really, really need to better yourself in your life. You need to get help. It's messed up what your actions are doing right now. So anyway, there's a false flagging campaign against me. What a shock. Where people are trying to false flag all my content and saying that I'm violating YouTube's terms of service by talking about Super Thanks. I'm not. I'm not doing the things that they're saying I'm doing. They're false flagging everything in an attempt to try to get Super Thanks taken off the channel, okay? It likely won't work, I would hope, because I haven't done anything to violate YouTube's terms of service, okay? I'm not stupid. I'm not going to sit here and say things that are factually incorrect or things that are going to get me in trouble. I'm not dumb. But these idiots do this all the time now at this point, and it just gets to the point where it's sickening that they do it, all right? So, yes, basically, if someone misuses Super Thanks, okay? If someone is spinning it as a charitable donation, that's a violation of YouTube's terms of service because it's blatantly wrong. If you use Super Thanks as a way to fund a project, like a crowdfunding project, that's a violation of YouTube's terms of service. You can't do that, okay? But I'm not doing that. I'm using it exactly as intended, okay? So there you go. Now, as an addendum to Super Thanks, what we found are a couple interesting things in the last 24 hours. First of all, it appears Super Thanks can only be used on videos where the comments are enabled. Sadly, this is bad news for me. Why? Because for about 5 years of my content, when I was a full-time streamer over on Twitch, I had the comments off on YouTube. And it just kind of sucks. There's not much I can do about that. Alright? So, thank you for watching my videos for the last 5 years. Really. If you check the description of those videos, you should find links to things that you can actually contribute to. For example, you go to my Patreon, and on my Patreon you could do a pledge. Or you could leave a tip. Tips, even though they're technically tied to streams and there's pop-ups on the streams for them, tips you could still leave at any time of the day, and I will appreciate them and shout them out if I can on a stream. So, or if you say, oh, don't shout this out, it's just a, behind-the-scenes tip, that's fine too. It's your call, okay? Another thing that apparently we found out overnight was that if a video gets claimed by another third party, you can't do a Super Thanks on it.
Oh my god!
Now, I've come to an official decision for the date that I will be doing Dark Side Phil Reacts, or DSP Reacts to Down the Rabbit Hole Dark Side Phil. Alright, so get ready to mark your calendars. Alright? It will be July 17th. No, it's not July. Why would I wait till July? It's in May. May 14th, which I believe is the second Saturday of the month. Let's take a look. I believe it's the second Saturday. Yes. So it wouldn't be the first Saturday of May. It's the second Saturday of May. Alright? So this weekend, the big hype thing I'm doing is the showdown with Millennia and Elden Ring. Alright? Next weekend, likely the big hype thing that I'm doing is reviewing Elden Ring. Okay? And the week after that, on that weekend, May 14th, Saturday, DSP reacts to Down the Rabbit Hole Dark Side Phil. Okay? So, it's like every weekend there's something extra interesting and hype happening on my streams now. Okay?
Yet these fuckers slurp it up like fucking noodles, like, hype! Oh, ooh, I gotta eat it! Eat the hype! Oh,
It's pretty cool. So, yes, mark your calendars, get ready. That will only be one stream, by the way. But someone had proposed something really interesting to me yesterday. They said, since technically you doing this Down the Rabbit Hole video is a reward for hitting your members goal, and typically when you hit your members goal, you do like a celebratory event. Why not turn it into a celebration? Why not turn it into a 1-year celebration of being a full-time content creator on YouTube again? Because if you remember, it was mid-May 2021 where I left Twitch for good, and I came over here and I started really focusing on building this channel back up from where it had fallen, essentially. So that could be a pretty cool thing to celebrate, I feel. Let's celebrate 1 year on YouTube with a all-day-long marathon event, including DSP Reacts to Down the Rabbit Hole. But we can also do a live episode of Feasting with the King. And we can also do some gameplay after the fact. Because that's what I feel I want to do. I think we should start with the Down the Rabbit Hole video. Do the reaction to that, right? Then do a Feasting with the King, and then have some gameplay afterwards. Like a really fun all-day event, okay, on May 14th. So how does that sound to you guys? Do you like that idea? Or do you think that idea is terrible and it sucks and everything I do is awful? Alright, that was an over-exaggeration. Maybe you just don't like the idea, but you don't hate me. Alright? But anyway, I'd like to hear your opinion on this. Please share your opinions with me on what you think about doing kind of a fun day event on May 14th, okay?
過酷な運命を背負って極道の構想に巻き込まれていた
Also, in the month of May, I know I keep mentioning May because May's right around the corner, just a couple days away, there will be a new members goal set up. And when this members goal is set up, if we hit that members goal during the month of May, you guys are going to be voting on the next DSP Reacts project, and you're going to have multiple choices to choose from. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through... excuse me. That is absolutely disgusting. Stupid allergies. I'm going to go through all of the content available to me for React content. Meaning, anything available from the Frederick Knudsen channel on YouTube, as well as other possibilities, okay? And I'm going to come together with a list of stuff that I would be interested in reacting to. And then, if we hit the members goal for May, you guys are going to vote on which of those potential projects I'm going to be doing next for React-style content. And likely that would be in June. Either late May or June. Early June would be when we do that, okay?
だけかもしれない
There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.